Why being triggered is a good thing, part two. So yeah, as I was saying on the other video, like suppose you smoke pot and go out with your friends, and they want to have pizza, and you want to have pizza, and all of a sudden some schmuck decides to have fucking Chinese, and that's okay, but you're not feeling Chinese food at that time. You want to have pizza, and all those friends, some say whatever, whatever, and you also finally say, you know what, whatever. You're so stoned out, you say whatever. Pretty soon, what happens is you come to a point, you realize, you wake up one day and you realize, you know what, all the decisions I've made, um, I don't even know who I am because I've been going with the flow too much. It's like whatever other was saying, I was agreeing to it. And that's why sometimes when you awaken, when third eye awakens, when Kundalini awakens, it forces you to acknowledge the fact, it forces you to be triggered, it forces you to be opinionated. That's why you'll see people like Muji, Jeff Foster, Adi Ashanti, they're not opinionated. They're not they'll never say, you suppose you say, oh, what about Trump? I love Trump, but some guy who like Geraldo Rivera or some random dude. People like Muji, Jeff Foster, Adi Ashanti, all the dumbass spiritual gurus, they'll never say, oh God, I can't stand him. See, these people, they don't want to lose their viewers. They don't want to lose their cult like subscribers. And then in the below rank in the hierarchy, you get people like all the spiritual influencers. Oh, well, I'm not gonna name the YouTubers. Those people are public figures, so I can name them. But all these YouTubers, all these stupid ass YouTubers, this spate of YouTubers, they'll also never, and they'll beg for likes, for subscriptions, because they don't want to lose their viewers, their cult of viewers, and and the only reason they do it because they adore, they secretly adore the fawning, people fawning over them, people liking their videos, sharing them. They'll say, oh, spread some positivity in the world, share my video so that I can be fucking famous and be like Shadguru and like Muji and all those people, so I can have my own sangha, I can be another Deepak Chopra. See, people don't. That's why these people are not authentic. And even on the top tier, even people like Muji, those I highly doubt if they're authentic or like quote unquote truly enlightened. For me, there are very very few people who are really enlightened, who who express themselves in the way they talk. For instance, Alan Watts is one of them. Ajahn Brahm is one of them. Man, these people are very and like Ajahn Brahm, hardly any people knows him, but because they're not out there to spread the message of positivity. See, people like I honestly think these people are depressed, bipolar. They've been spiritually bypassing for so long. They don't even realize that they're in a funk. They're in this sort of this 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 hallucination, this Maya. They By trying to get rid of Maya, they're actually more delved into Maya. The way their eyes droop, the way they talk, they slur, they pause for 20 minutes before, even Eckhart Tolle, Rupert Spira, all these people, they have to pause for 20 minutes before they say a single syllable, as if being slow is some sort of sign of holier than thou spirituality. Buddhism is another one that has this holier than thou mentality. Like Richard Gere, you remember after 9/11, they were saying, oh, we should be compassionate to the people of those who are. And yeah, it sounds on paper, it sounds good. And at that time, I appreciated it. I was like, whoa, I was blown away because I was a person of a Muslim name and brown skin, and I was like blown away. But then, but see, if people like Muji, Richard Gere, and if someone comes and punches your kid in the face, you're not gonna say, "Oh, all is love, all is Brahman, be kind to the people who are not awake, who are less than conscious, people who are." Fuck you. Who the fuck are you to decide who's conscious, who's not? How do you even know how condescending? Excuse me. Do you even know how condescending you sound by saying, "Oh, those people are not awake. We should be kind to them." See, that's why I fucking can't stand all the spiritual influencers and gurus, except for some, except for some. But that's why being triggered is a good thing, because if you're not opinionated, there are a lot of gurus are opinionated. Like Nisarga Dara Maharaj, he was opinionated. Krishnamurti was also, I think, kind of opinionated. But being opinionated, being triggered, being a preference for your likes and dislikes is a good thing, because we have to honor our incarnation. And in this incarnation, we have likes and dislikes. If some fucking terrorist comes and blows up your fucking house and a family, you're not gonna go and sit there and say, all is love, all is Brahman. all is light. Hello, my sunshine, my babies, my children of love. You're not gonna fucking say that. The real you is gonna come out. And most people don't. Most gurus, they're not authentic. They don't want to. They're not opinionated. They don't want to. And let alone the spiritual influencers of YouTube. I'm talking the top tier ones. People like those big ones. They'll never be opinionated because they don't want to shun their viewers. They don't want to lose their cult. They don't want to lose their income, cash flow, and that's why we have a world of inauthentic people who are blind leading the blind and whatnot. So what I'm saying is being triggered is good, being opinionated is good. In this incarnation, we have likes and dislikes. We don't, yeah, ultimately non-duality is the ultimate reality, but we don't live in a fucking non-dual world. Yeah, we don't live in a non-dual. This is a very dual world. There are bad people, there are good people. Ultimately, yeah, the bad people, as Neil Donald Walsh says, Hitler will also go to heaven. But see, and this another thing, people, one man's spiritual experience is not necessarily same as yours. People say, "Oh, I did DMT. If I mean you DMT, I felt one bliss with oneness. Everything is one. Even the most horrible. I understood finally. Understood how can horrible person. Yeah, he is light. Yeah, but the problem is his experience is not the same as yours. So if you listen to that, and if you also think, because then you're in a dichotomy, in a cognitive dissonance, you're like, so some guy, he killed all those people in the school, he and the universities in the world, and then he somehow, God forgives them with a, so that means someone, if I do all the bad things, I'm someone have to take up responsibility. If someone like him does all these nasty, cruel things, someone is forgiven. What the fuck, dude? But the problem is, yeah, he may be forgiven, but that's his life, that's his path, that's his story. Maybe he was a troubled soul, but to assume that you do all these nasty things and there's no karmic repercussion and you're just forgiven just like that, yeah, but that could be, but that's in your, from your perspective. Your spiritual, some people after spiritual awakening, they become completely different than, and it's not like after awakening everyone becomes calm and holy and whatever the holy means, as if calmness has to do with holiness. But yeah, everyone, people is different, every path is different, every awakening is different. So don't watch some other people's awakenings. Oh, I have to be like him more, I have to be calm like him more, I have to be, fuck that, dog. Fuck that. So if you want to be an asshole, be an asshole.